welcome to a familiar quest. At the last place we left off, our familiars were in, Ravenloft, big shock, in Barovia. There a lot had gone on. You faced off with the terrible barber, even though Gale completely terrified. The revelation came to be that the barber, Twinny Sod,
Tweeny
Sod, the barber in Barovia.
So sorry.
And I just realized the alliteration there. Very specifically was taking off people's heads because it was far easier to cut their hair, and had been instructed to do so, and partially by Mr. Shadow. Mr. Shadow appears to be the writing in a journal from the barber himself, but it's unclear if it's a fragment of his personality or if it is some other entity that egged him on or recognized his own darkness and wanted to meet it and give it power. And that's how the death heads, these floating severed heads, started to come to be, to attack Whittle. And it became clear from the journal that this shadow entity wanted to send these attacks at Castle Ravenloft, where you all live. You managed to defeat the barber. You got back to Castle Barovia, and everything seemed all very fine and good, except for Meagan looking at one of the shiny thimbles that Gale often collects, saw that they had no reflection, that they had no image. And then was started someone that looks like Strahd started talking to her in the reflection. And that is where we begin. Everyone is safe and sound in Castle Ravenloft. Meagan, what are you doing?
Is the guy still there? Did he leave?
He did leave.
Oh. Okay. I kind of thought we were going to talk about something. I go try to find. Is Gale still in his little hidey hole? Gale left. I'm gonna go sniff out Gale. Where did Gale go? It's late.
You start tracking Gale. Gale, do you need to make an opposed tracking check of any kind, or are you willing to be found? Or were you like, no?
You know what? I do think that Gale actually, when he was leaving, would probably try to be a little stealthy in how he did it. So yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I think so.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Meagan, give me give me an insight check or perception.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
13. Oh, Gale!
22.
Now you come at it with 22s?
So now I have good rolls.
Okay.
What did Meagan get?
I got a 13, so Meagan's just sniffing around in circles and can't find Gale and thinks Gale's lost forever.
Oh, and there's like fake, Gale did such a good job. There were fake paths. Like you were completely faked out by all the fake scents. Like clearly, like they're just Gale footprints, and then they stop in the dust. Yeah, it's pretty intense stuff. Gale, what are you doing? Having been so stealthy.
Gale booked it straight towards the, I don't know what to call it, the clone room, I guess.
Okay, yes, the clone room, yeah.
And that works here as he's scurrying. He's going, squiddle, 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 squiddle. And the little scurrying of his paws as he's calling out for Squiddle.
Oh, yep. What's going on?
Oh, I got a little stitch in my side.
Take deep breaths.
I looked at my favorite thimble and Moogie didn't have a reflection.
Moogie doesn't have a reflection?
Moogie didn't have a reflection.
So when they took the thimble, did it float?
Nobody took my thimble. I just caught a glimpse. I was looking at it, looking at Meagan, and looking at it, and looking at Meagan, and Meagan wasn't showing up.
Okay. I don't want you to panic or anything, but this happened to me once, a long time ago.
That's why I kind of thought I'd ask you first, cause I didn't know how to say it tactfully, but I figured you'd have experience with losing a reflection.
Yeah. So good news. It doesn't last forever, and you can control when it happens. But for a new dampier, you have to learn your abilities and understand how to control them. And when I'm getting dressed in the morning, before I turned into a gnome squidling, I used to have Pest tell me how I looked because I couldn't see myself in the mirror.
Wait, what's a dampier? Moonkin's not one of those.
A dampier is something that is slightly undead.
Oh, slightly.
Like completely. But they can still be healed.
Can I make like a con save or something to see if Gale faints at this news? Because he's feeling very lightheaded.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Would that be like a con saving throw? Am I
Yeah, just give me a straight con saving throw.
okay?
DC 11.
Okay. That's a natural one.
Oh.
Gale just drops. How does Gale faint?
Oh gosh. I imagine Gale stood up on his little hind paws and has like a paw to his forehead to kind of try and like he's trying to wipe away some stress and steady himself. And then he does one of those like comical like turn and just drop on his little back, almost like he's doing like a like somebody needs to get him a fainting couch, and he just
Squiddle reaches out their tentacle to try and catch Gale before Gale's head hits the ground. Do I keep Gale?
Yeah, your
from-
tentacle wraps
Okay.
around Gale just in time. This is a real
I
thing
think
that's
it's
happening.
probably good that Gale is not aware of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
with one tentacle, Squiddle is holding Gale, and the other one is just fanning Gale's face. Are you okay? I know this is really terrible news, but everything's gonna be okay.
Pest, where are you right now?
I think Pest is in his little hidey hole in the courtyard, having a little moment. Got some more news that Professor is involved in this whole thing. Don't really know what that means, and I think actually what I would love to do is to have taken a page from Teeny Swad's notebook with the backwards writing, and I think I'm just pouring myself into like deciphering that so I don't have to think about the rest. That feels something productive to do. To take my mind off of nothing. It's a productive thing to do.
And again, like, how involved was your professor in the writings?
More than not at all, which I think is all it takes for me to be like, what in the hell is going on?
For someone who's severing heads, who is communicating, like, yeah,
right,
with your professor.
So I don't know that that the professor was the main conversation partner, but like any appearance is enough to make me just like, well, we got to figure this out.
Mugen,
Hmm.
you're running around. How are you searching for Gale?
Well, I was trying to sniff around the courtyard, but I just keep going in circles, and I've been doing this for about 5 minutes. And I'm pretty sure when that happens that my nose is broken, so I'm gonna give up sniffing for the Gale, and I think I would go and maybe try to sniff for Pest, because Pest seems really smart.
Okay, yeah. Is anything opposed? Pest, are you opposed to being found?
No,
Pest
I
is
don't.
probably like right there.
Yeah, I think I'm out of
Amy?
view, but I'm not hiding. I
Right,
think I just
okay.
like went into my space to be alone, but I didn't try and I was too distracted for that.
In that case, I just sit in the courtyard in the middle and I go, Pest, Pest,
Oh no. Oh, Mugen's having a tough... Well, this sounds like something distracting as well. And I'll sort of come out and peek around. Mugen? Oh.
Hi.
Hi,
I can't find Gale.
Oh no. Is not the thimble, eh?
No, I think he went somewhere else, but I can't find him, so he's probably gone forever.
Oh, I don't know. I would. Oh, come on, Mugen. You know what? I bet I know the only other place that either of you two know in this castle is the clone room. So why don't we go down there? And you know what? If Gale is not there, at least Squiddle will be there. And we can ask Squiddle for help as well.
Okay.
It's
No, we have to file a missing persons report. That's what Gail said. Whenever someone goes missing in a town, you've got to talk to the authorities.
It's good advice. The only problems are that here in Barovia, you have to file those in quadruplicate, and I don't have that much time. And also, I think we're the authorities here. There's a chance I shouldn't have said that. Come on.
Okay. Go to the clone room.
Yeah, we'll head down there.
You head down. It's always creepy, but the stair. This is feels even creepier, and there's a dankness to the stairway that winds down to the clone room, and become very familiar with the scent of people have not completely been formed in tubes. The vats of the clone place have a certain kind of metallic smell, something that's not quite rotted but isn't quite ripe either. And there's even the smell of ozone because of electricity moving across between the two, all the clone chambers as well. And you make your way down there and you find Squiddle hovering over Gale in what could potentially be a very menacing position with a tentacle wrapped around the unconscious form of Gale. Lips still green from the barber's skull, which Squiddle did eat the brains out of previous episode.
Oh, Squiddle, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I kind of dash over to nudge Gale.
Sorry, can I see Mugen right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey!
No, it is not at all a bad question, but also a hilarious premise if the answer was no.
Is that what it looks like? She wipes the brains from her lips.
Why did you eat Gale's brains?
Not Gale's. Gale's just sleeping.
I check Gale's head for brains to make sure they're not out.
You don't find any.
Okay, I do mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, Mugen doesn't know that.
Wow.
Okay.
Just
Without missing a beat, Kenreck.
that kindergarten mean. Give me a Constitution saving throw, Gale.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. He is a rat of very little brain.
Terrible DM.
That's an 11.
You wake up. Yeah. You just barely got it. You have a
two
giant
heads
tentacle.
licking you also.
Yeah, so this is what you wake up to. Understand that you are the size of a small rat. There is a squidling with its tentacle, which to you is a giant octopus just hovering with the black cape on right now. Its tentacles wrapped around you, and a tongue, probably two tongues, from a death dog are lapping at you at the same time. It's kind of even or odd whether you're being eaten right now.
Gale, wake up. Gale, where are your brains?
5 more minutes, Mugen.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, you passed out because what I told you about Mugen. Do you remember what I told you about Mugen?
Oh, Mugen.
Why are you talking about me?
I'm gonna give you two a moment, and I'm gonna walk out of the room.
Why did Squiddle leave?
Hey, Pest.
Pest is frozen in a corner. That scene was really upsetting at first, and now like I'm taking slow deep breaths because I realize it was not what I thought. But there's just been a lot of new information about the people in my life recently, and I just could not handle that scene. So I think Pest is just sort of like expanding his little body and contracting as he takes slow deep breaths, and then he'll realize what Squiddle left to give you all a moment. He's like, sorry, yes, of course. Glad we could find. I'm gonna go back upstairs. It was in the middle of very important work.
Mugen,
Hmm.
you know how like most living things, when they look in like a mirror or like a reflective surface of some kind, you see a reflection looking back at you. Yeah. You know how most of the time when you look at shiny things like that, you see two little moogies reflected back at you? You don't do that so much anymore.
Is it good?
You know, good and bad are such subjective terms.
Well, it's okay. I don't need it, do I?
No, you definitely don't. And it turns out that it is a power from someone named Pierre. I don't remember exactly what Squiddle said. And it is hard to master, I think Squiddle said. I passed out. I really don't remember a lot. Basically, Squiddle's gonna give you super cool new Mugen power lessons. It's gonna be like kind of like a school, but just very short and very fun, and you'll get lots of treats if you do it.
Okay, so to recap, I don't have a reflection, but it's okay.
Yes.
And then some guy named Pierre did this, and then Squiddle is going to teach me how to
Do stuff.
play with my reflection.
Yes. And it sounds like there's some new Mugen powers coming for you, if Squiddle's right about that. And
Feel same.
okay, that's good. If anything does start to feel different though, or if you're having a hard time, you just come talk to me though, okay, Mugen?
Hey Todd, do I feel different?
You're cooler to the touch.
I'm not sweaty. That's cool.
You're not. You still feel your blood, the blood in your veins move. You still are kind of breathing, but you don't need to breathe as much. You feel like you have you feel a little sick, but you also feel kind of gray at the same time. It's kind of confusing.
Gail, I think my
And Gail
powers...
smells good.
Oh. Yo, number one, you smell very good.
Thank you.
Excellent. Good job. Number two,
Thanks.
I feel like that feeling when you're hungry, but you also have a stomach ache, and you're like, did I eat something bad, or do I need more food? And it's like that.
Okay. Is it exactly like that? Like you need me to go get you some snacks, or is it kinda like that?
Anytime someone says snacks or treats, Mugen's ears are like, oh.
Focus.
Well, I don't need it, but that's nice. No, I just think it feels funny, but not bad, but not good.
Okay.
Should I go talk to Squiddle about my stomach?
Yeah. But just, hey, Mugen. I know we've been really busy since we got here, and I don't know if what's happening to you is just like a side effect of being here, or if it's gonna happen to me too, or what. But can we just promise that no matter what happens, we're gonna be Gale and Mugen, no matter what?
Yes. I can't change. I'm Mugen.
And Gale's gonna just take a tiny little paw and put his paw on top of one of Mugen's.
And I put my second head on top of Gale, squish him a little bit.
Hey, let's go see Squiddle.
Okay.
Yeah, where did Squiddle run off to?
Oh, just to the next room.
Okay. You're in the next room. You're in the janitor room of the clone room. You do have to mop. The mop has had to mop up a lot of goo. Sometimes the clones don't take. There's all kinds of like reasons you gotta clean a cloning floor. Yeah. So you're just idly looking at like various things to clean with, like acid and alchemist fire and acid.
You just see Squiddle using these very dangerous chemicals on something that's not very messy. I mean, this seems like it'd be pretty easy to I just burn it with fire. Just burn the mess with fire. Oh, hey Gail. Hey Meagan.
Hi.
So, Squiddle, I told Mugen that I told Mugen that she's getting some new, like, Mugen powers, and that you're gonna give her lessons and teach her how to be good at them.
Squiddle holds up a tennis ball that is covered in Velcro and throws it at a moss-covered wall.
Chase, chase, chase. Bite. I come back and fetch it and bring it back to you. Yes.
Okay, so that was really cool what you just did. So you have something called spider climb now. I don't know if you noticed, but that ball was hanging off the wall, and you just went right up there without thinking anything of it. Another cool thing you have is vampiric bite now.
So different than my regular bite.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds nice.
I'll
Is it gonna be-
volunteer if you want to. You
Well-
can just test vampiric bite on my tentacle.
Won't it hurt your tentacle?
Not really, but it'll
Okay.
make you feel a little better.
Okay. I bite the tentacle.
Oh,
You start drinking illithid gnome squiddling blood.
Oh. Ooh, sorry. I don't know why I'm drinking. Nah. Usually I just
Okay.
lick.
So go ahead and roll for your bite and
Okay.
apply that to
1d4 plus 1.
Squiddle.
Okay. I was rolling a hit, but I guess I did hit. That's 2.
All right, you take 2 points of damage, Squiddle, and you lap up some of the inky blood from the gnome squiddling gnome as Squiddle. And it tastes kind of good. Off. Certainly off. Briny.
Am I pickled? Are gnome squidlings pickled? I mean, they probably
Yeah.
spent some time in seawater.
It does taste good though, Mugen.
Okay. So now I can fetch balls on walls, which is pretty good. And I can also bite stuff and get bite power back into me. Okay, this seems nice. How cool. Can everyone do this? Who lives in your castle?
Yeah, there's a few of us who could do that, but in this group it's just you and me for now.
Oh.
Unless no,
How
okay.
is that happening? What's happening to Mugen? How? What happened to Moogie?
Oh, well, someone said there was another person who lives here, right? So skinny, tall, pale, human? Maybe elf?
There used to be someone who lived here that goes by the name of Strahd, and I thought he was dead. I think he's dead. I hope he's dead.
I think I saw walking around. He pet me.
So, a dead guy pet Mugen, and now she has powers?
That's probably what happened.
And where are you during this, Pest?
I think Pest had too much, so I went back to just decipher journal. I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
In the courtyard?
In the courtyard, yeah. Like furiously determined now, because before it was like, this is a project that is a distraction, and now it's, I must know the truth.
All right, go ahead and give me an Arcana check as you're reading all
Oh,
of this.
I'm not terrible at that. Let's see. Unless I roll a 4 on the die, which gives me an 8.
That's terrible. Yes, you don't discern any information at this time.
Yeah, it's one of those, just like, you're looking at the letters and turning the pages, but your brain is not doing the reading.
You're just not in the space.
Yeah.
Everything's quite disturbing.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Mugen, Gale.
I think Gale just went on his squeaky little tirade, and now he's just staring at Squiddle like,
Is it bad that I saw Strahd, or is it like very good because he was dead and now he's back and that's good?
It's very bad that you saw Strahd
Hmm.
for a couple of reasons.
Mm.
I don't know if Strahd knows who I am, but in my previous form, Whittle is probably on his number 1 to kill list,
Oh.
and that kind of
Feel-
implicates all of you.
I feel like he said something about Whittle. I can't remember. But I don't think. Maybe he doesn't like you.
Yeah, let me know if you remember anything. I really don't think he likes Whittle very much.
Todd, does Mugen remember everything that happened? Because Michelle does, but I don't know how lucid I was during all that stuff.
Yeah, Mugen remembers all of it. You got 2
Okay.
brains.
That's true. I'm big brain energy. Okay, well, he seemed real nice and gave a nice pet, and maybe he likes me, but he doesn't like Whittle, and I think he wants to come back or something. He said like maybe come back to Ravenloft and rule over it and kill you. Something like I don't know. It was hard to pay attention.
Pest, how much do you know? How long have you been in Ravenloft?
I think we said about a century, right?
Yeah.
Squiggle, is that what we had said? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, do some good rollies.
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
Wow. Okay. You've read a lot because you were curious who lived here before.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you always like to check up on the apartment before you move in.
One must.
Strahd was always looking for a way out,
Yeah.
not for a way in,
Yeah.
not to rule. He didn't want to rule anymore. He wanted to leave.
I think in Pest is having a day. So I think Pest goes back to the courtyard, and I think the thing that my brain is doing while I'm trying to read is actually synthesizing what happened in the clone room just now, which was not that Squiddle was in fact trying to eat Gale, but was in fact that Squiddle just told us that Mugen is turning into a dampier.
And then Mugen was actually trying to eat Squiddle.
And then Mugen was trying. Yeah, see, I can't. That's a lot. So I think all of that was what was running through. And at this moment, Pest goes, "Wait, but that can't be right. Oh, all right," and starts going back down to inform his friends that in fact
You start going back down and
Oh,
you
no.
hear a knock on the gate of Castle Ravenloft.
Well, 100 years. I'm not sure I've ever heard that. But on the upside, the Flying Heads didn't knock. I am going to. I'm gonna wild shape into a baboon so that I have opposable thumbs again. And I'm gonna climb up to take a little peek at who is on the other side of the gate, knocking.
You get to the other side of the gate and the drawbridge is still up.
Do you know, considering I've lived in Ravenloft for 100 years, that's still very creepy. All right, so I'll climb back down.
All right.
And I'll like cross halfway towards going downstairs again and then just sort of turn around and wait a minute to see if it knocks again.
It does knock again.
Honestly, I don't know why I waited. I don't think that's what I wanted to happen. All right. I'll walk over to the gate. Hello.
A little shadow. Very tiny. Just squirms. Like a weird, like a snake or a worm. You're not sure. It's just like a tentacle of shadow, independent of itself, like crawls through the gate.
Oh. Hello? Hello? Where's it going? Is it going somewhere?
It's inching towards you, and it seems to have like goo that's also coming out of it as it moves, and
Ooh,
it's
I
just
don't like that.
crawling towards you.
I'm gonna step back into the side and see if and again, I do not know what I want the answer to be, but see if it follows me or continues on this path.
Do you interact with it at all?
I continue to say, hello, oh my, hello, yes, welcome.
It immediately turns towards you as you start talking to it and starts
No.
moving and inching its way. It's about
No.
the same size as you crawling towards you.
Nope, we hate this, all right, well, stay. Heal? No. Is it pace? Like, does it seem like it can pace me? Like, I'll pick up the pace a little.
No, it can absolutely not match
Excellent.
your speed.
Fantastic. So we're just going to race just as fast as a little worm can race.
And
To
then
my
more start
friends.
crawling through the drawbridge.
No, everything is terrible.
More of these kind of tentacly like shadow like snake like things inching their ways towards you.
Moonbeam.
Okay, tell me about Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. A 5-foot radius cylinder. Yes, 5-foot radius cylinder of white moonlight lances down, probably just on the other side of the gate where the new ones are. I think I would be more concerned with them than with my little buddy. And on their turn, they have to make a con save or take some radiant damage.
Okay. What's the save?
DC 15 con.
Okay, they fail. Go and roll me
17 radiant damage.
They all dissipate
Okay, great.
into like smoke and ink.
Oh. Right. I'm gonna move the moonbeam away from the gate, because I can move as a bonus action, so I'm gonna move it away from the gate and see if more come in.
You did hear and when they got hit, there was screeching, and all of you down below kind of echoes in the halls. Castle Ravenloft is quite quiet, so whenever there's a disturbance, you all kind of hear it. You hear this weird screeching sound, and Meagan, you smell something that you don't particularly like. It's crisp. It's maybe a little bit lemony. It's hard to say, but it's like you can almost smell the moonbeam go off.
Yeah.
This kind of acrid but pleasant smell, but you sense that you won't like it.
I think Pest is outside doing some stuff with the moonlight again.
And you hear a lot of like through the hallway. You do hear the occasional "Oh my!"
Oh no, stay there. Oh,
Should we go help him?
don't come closer.
We need to go help him.
Okay. Run towards the screaming.
Okay, yeah, you all start running up. Gale, how are you doing in your current state?
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. I think Gail's it's been a lot for a little rat to endure today. Gale passed out and then came to and found out that Mugen has some ability that has the word vampire in it, and he does not like that. And so I think he is very shaken up, and like his brain is focused on something else while his paws are following them.
Perfect. You all get up there and you see, so you've moved the moonbeam, Pest?
I just moved it long enough to see if more would come in, and if they did, then the moonbeam is parking in front of the gate.
Yeah, more start coming
Alright.
back, and you move. You all get up there just in time to see these weird kind of shadowy inchworms crawling through the gate, and then
No.
the moonbeam shifts and starts burning them away yet again.
Where's the other one? Where did the other one go? Oh, hello. Hi. There are worms. They're not like me. They're made of shadow. I said hello. They didn't respond. There's a lot of them.
Oh, is it an invasion?
Well, not yet, but, this point to the moonbeam, it only lasts for about a minute, so,
Do people just attack this place every single day? Like, all the time?
You know,
Yeah.
I mean...
yeah, pretty much.
I wish I had a
recently,
better answer
especially-
for you, but,
especially
like...
recently.
Yeah.
You see Gale's eyes like physically could not be wider if they tried, and he's just
Bless.
staring at the ground for a second, like.
Aw.
I'm so sorry. I wish this place was a little bit more relaxing, but Thunderwave.
You
Anyway,
thunderwave the
Thunderwave.
shadows.
Spell Sculpt.
Okay,
Yeah.
you knock
know if-
one of them actually out of the moonbeam, and it starts crawling away.
No.
It doesn't seem to be running away though, directly away from all of you. It's crawling just towards the stairwell, one of the stairwells.
Can I... Oh.
I wanna
Crawling
try
towards
and-
a stairwell. Oh, never mind.
I'm guessing size-wise, because you said it's like the size of Pest, right? But they're
Yeah.
on the ground. They're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they are kind of viscous and shadowy. Like they're this like little tiny little tendrils seem to like pull out of them and help them move. But there's this horrible wrenching kind of screaming as they're doing so, like they're in physical pain.
Oh. Oh gosh. Oh. I'm gonna try. I'd like to use my rapier not to attack them, but Gale wants to like put it in front of their path to like stop them across the chest kind of thing. Does that make sense? He is anticipating that they'll walk up to it and stop and be able to talk it out.
It stops.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Why?
Oh, they didn't do that earlier. Oh, I'm Irish now. Sorry.
Been a very long day, and I'm very stressed out. Why are you here?
He took us.
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat that just like a scooch louder? Just a smidge.
He took us.
There it is.
Where did he take you to?
Just too
Anything
difficult
else
to
you wanted to
question.
say?
He used us.
Oh my.
Okay, so Squiddle, they're saying he took him, he used him. Really doesn't sound like he was very good to him. Any idea what that's about?
He's not very good to anyone, but if it's the he I'm thinking it is, it's probably Strahd.
Oh,
And he has a tendency of using things to try to get out of Ravenloft.
Gale's gonna look back down at the worm thing and go,
Oh, I'm so sorry about the misunderstanding. I just learned he's dead. He's not here anymore, so you don't need to come into the house.
Let us go.
if Strahd wants to leave, why are they coming inside? They're gonna go get him? I'm confused.
Should
Hey, do you think they're maybe trying to get into that place?
They can't. I'm gonna send Gale a message so the worms can't hear Squiddle. They cannot, under any circumstances, get into that clone room.
Okay, what do we do?
As Gale says that, Squiddle grapples the one that's trying to make its way towards the room.
Ew, touch it. Ew.
You go and make an attack roll for me.
4.
Yeah, you miss. And this
It's
thing
so
just kind
slippery.
of pushes itself right through Gale's blade and starts crawling towards the stairwell and starts crawling up, not down.
Should we just follow it, see where it goes?
At the risk of this being a terrible idea, I think maybe so.
Hey, little worm, where do you want to go? And I start just following it really closely behind.
It just ignores you and it leaves no path. And once in a while you hear screaming, and then you hear like an echo of something in the past. Like magical arcane electricity and fire upstairs.
Squiddle, what's upstairs?
Oh, I think I was working on this big experiment when I was a dampier. I don't know if that's what's up there, but that's
To be
So
fair,
is-
there's a lot of upstairs here.
yeah. It's a mansion. It's a castle.
It's big.
You continue to move up the stairs, and this thing's slowly like ignoring you. And sometimes it will turn its head and look over at Pest and regard Pest for a second, and then turn its kind of like viscous form back and crawling up the staircase. Follow us.
Okay.
And just kind of inches its way slower and slower, and it gets up to the top. And there are many hallways in Castle Ravenloft. This one, you, Pest, have never been in,
Oh.
and neither have you, Squiddle.
Oh no.
In fact, you never remember there being a door here before.
Oh no.
Oh, this is my nightmare.
And
Have you not been
it
here?
inches and crawls right through the door.
Oh, we've got Kid in there.
But there's never been any history of a door being there before.
Is there a doorknob?
There is a doorknob.
Can I turn it and open it?
Please don't ask this crew to try and use lockpicks.
You wrap your tentacle around the doorknob. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
We did a check for traps.
10.
Oh God.
You take 25 points of fire damage
Oh no.
as
I have one hit
as an
point
arcane
left.
rune explodes.
I didn't know that a door was going to be the thing that would kill me in this campaign.
It does sort
Well,
of make a certain
have you
amount of
played
sense.
It's D&D.
Yeah.
On brand.
It's all doors, baby.
Yeah. Do I have any spells? I sure do not have any slots to heal you with, so...
Oh,
Oh! Wait,
oh.
Squiddle, I've never been down... Are you... Okay, alright, one thing at a time. Are you alright?
No. Also, don't touch that doorknob.
Without touching, because I'm very scared of touching things after that, I would like to check out not necessarily explicitly the doorknob, but more of the door frame, the area, maybe since I'm teeny tiny and I have a teeny tiny little nose, like sniffing under if there's a gap or anything.
Go ahead, give me a perception or insight check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Wow, you find actually like not through the door, but like a few of the bricks down, there is a gap in the mortar, and you can find a little bit of a pathway into the room.
I can fit through here.
Well, if you can, I certainly can. I can accompany you.
Oh, I
Moogie,
won't fit.
I think you need to protect Squiddle.
Okay. And I kind of get down on the ground like, Squiddle, do you need to ride me? You seem real like delicate right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally bite you.
real pitifully. Yeah, if you don't mind. And
Oh, and
crawls up on top.
after you crawl up, I do yell, broom, come here, because I forgot I had a broom.
Oh
comes
yeah.
up. And it just, you're already on my back, and I'm kind of into it, so I just leave. Have the broom. Will the broom fit through the hole? Hold on.
No.
Dang it! My finely laid broom plans. Broom stays with us. Okay, I'll protect Squiddle. You two be safe.
Hey,
You, who goes first through the tunnel?
Oh, it's a real toss-up, huh?
Oh, I hate that question.
Yeah.
I think realistically, Gale probably would.
Okay.
But I think he would sniff before actually going in to make sure things are on the up and up.
Okay. Yeah, no one's been here in a while.
Yeah.
There is kind of another weird, creepy, acrid smell in here as well. A little bit of a rot.
I'm gonna. I would like to stealth through.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I'm so nervous.
ooh,
Give me another perception check as well.
Okay. That's. Okay. Perception is a dirty 20.
Wow. You immediately see the device that is in the panel in front of this hole in the wall. And the only reason you notice it is because of your keen senses, and something doesn't look quite right about the illusion of the next brick. Because hidden within that brick is a bear trap like device meant to capture, not kill, but filled with sharp teeth. And the illusion over it is hiding it. But you notice there is an illusion of a candle, glowing that's hitting this illusion, but there's no candle lit in the room. And that's what you see is like something's quite not right.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Is this like next to where I was about to walk through, or is that the area I was about to walk
Directly
through?
in front of the hole.
Okay. Gale is going to stick his tiny little paw holding his rapier out in front of Pest to make sure Pest doesn't walk towards it.
Oh, another trap, is it?
look closely.
Oh, well, hold on. Let's see how closely I look before I make a joke. Oh, yeah, all right. It's an 11, so... Oh, it's a candle, I suppose, or something.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure what's
Yeah.
going on here. You do see, Gale, how to actually disarm it. All you have to do is spring the trap.
It's a very deadly trap, Pest.
Oh, is it? Oh, goodness, I didn't see it at all.
I couldn't tell if that was patronizing or not.
No, it was
Oh,
genuine.
good for you, Gale.
On another day, maybe, but not today.
Gale is going to stay back, and would there be something handy that I'd like a little pebble or something he could grab to kind of?
Oh, yeah, there's a mouse bone.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. I was going to offer myself if you could get me out of it, but that feels better.
No, we're gonna use a bone.
Okay.
Gale's gonna pick it up very delicately and use it
To spring the trap?
Yeah.
It snaps on the little mouse bone and shatters it to pieces immediately.
Well,
But the trap
that
is
I
sprung.
heard.
Do you see it now? You
Uh,
see where they went?
Certainly that little mouse bone is in smithereens. Is it safe now, do you think?
And Gale's gonna lean his little head in one more time to the edge of it. Not all the way
Yeah.
in, but like his little sniffers right up.
It does seem safe now.
Seems like it. Famous
Well-
last word.
And then he's gonna boop, boop, boop into it.
All right, you scurry out and you find what is a library and several cabinets, all in front of a desk. And there's mortars, there's pestles. The desk itself is made entirely of stone and is massive. There's lots of chemicals. There's lots of vials, burners, things for making spell components, all sorts of implements, and a few magical, but things that look like they have to be magical, but you're not quite sure what they are. And an extensive library as well. It's very much a hidden room, but it feels a bit like a workshop at the same time.
And just because it's been a second, because we had a lot of traps, did the little wormy thing?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Oh yes, it's still crawling, and it's crawling up the desk towards a cabinet.
Okay. When you say it's crawling up the desk, do you mean like up one of the legs? Like
Yeah.
it's going up the side? Okay. I'd like to go up the same leg, but like on a different side, so I'm not like
Okay.
touching it.
Pest, what are you doing?
I think if Gale is going up that same leg, I'll try and scurry to like the other side of the table and grab that leg. So like hopefully I will be on the far side of the table as they look at me as they approach the cabinet. I'm designing maps. And,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, you crawl your way up, and the shadow enters into this one cabinet. It's a double door cabinet, and it's metal. It's got like kind of rusty latches on it.
We should check this for traps, right?
Yeah,
Like we just
definitely
learned that's a
checking,
thing. We
definitely
should yeah, right.
checking. Right away.
Whichever one of us wants to do it, but I will certainly assist you if we do.
Okay.
Everyone can check for traps.
Okay.
Okay. I'm checking.
Almost a natty one. That's a 14 for me.
That's a 15 for me.
You don't detect any traps.
With the nervous confidence of a D&D player, we open the cabinet.
Pest, you open the cabinet?
I think, I'm going to look at Gale. Well, we have to know what it, we've got to know.
Gale's
I-
gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say
By all means, stop me.
before like responding or like engaging with what Pest is saying, Gale wants to sniff the room and see if he can, because obviously like he's smelled this little wormy thing. He wants to see if he can smell like the scent of anyone else having been in this room recently.
Ooh, give me one. Give me a check.
Okay. And nobody panic if the first roll's bad, because I get advantage on little sniffer perception checks. So we're not going to panic that it was a 15. We're not going to panic just yet. I'm just going to roll one more time whenever you feel like it, little computer.
You do like
Dramatic
those 15s
tension.
on perception, huh? Yeah, right?
I'm very nervous. Okay, there we go. It was cocked, so it
That's
took a
it.
second. Yeah, that's a 19.
That's better.
You do smell something that smells kind of like a human or a humanoid had been here, like sweat.
Okay. Gale, having, he feels like he investigated for traps to the best visibility. He's going to turn to Pest and say,
Somebody's definitely been through here at some point.
Recently, do you think?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I probably wouldn't be smelling something from a long time ago, so
All right.
I guess just
let's-
be careful.
Yep, and as soon as we see what's up, be prepared to beat a hasty retreat, I suppose. All right. Let's open her up.
All right. I need a combined strength. Someone combined strength check to open it because these things are
Yeah.
about 6 foot tall.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Oh gosh.
Where is? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. With a -2, I got a 16.
Oh wow. Very strong, Pest.
I feel like I just used like leverage. I don't.
I got a 9.
Pretty terrible.
Hilarious.
Pest, Gale, together you
Yeah.
do like move one of the things open, and they crack open, and you see this massive cabinet, but it's very dark. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do. Everyone's got dark
Oh,
vision.
good. Oh, Mugen's like, nope.
And you see all of these vials, and there are hundreds of them. And they have tiny little wormy things in each one of the vials.
No.
And they are shrunken and shriveled, like someone sucked the very life force right out of them. And you see hundreds of pests. And that's where we'll leave it for now. We're going to go on break. We'll be right back. And so Pest is confronted with hundreds of other pests, all in all of these tubes, locked away in this cabinet, the life force completely sucked out of them, shriveled of versions. And for how tiny Pest is, you're looking up at what looks like a cathedral filled of dead versions of yourself that have had all the life force, all the arcane energy sapped out of them. And that's when the other shadows come crawling underneath the door, and the one shadowy inchworm just goes into one of the vials and dissipates. And it just kind of fades away from existence. And what you see right now isn't, it's important to note, this is a murder.
Yeah.
These aren't like tiny little fun worms that were
I know.
sacrificed for magical experiments and it's fun.
No.
Hundreds of dead in this cabinet for the sake of creating some type of magical effect to restore life. Who knows what? With complete disregard. And that's where you find yourself, Gale and Pest.
Pest fancies himself a colonel, a military worm. And so generally, might show surprise or whatever, but tries to be as stoic as a hyperstimulated worm is ever going to really be. But this is on another level, and I think there is a moment of just being completely frozen and seeing it, and then whatever part I am participating in keeping these cabinet doors even a little bit open is done. I think I just fall back onto the table, let go of the cabinet doors, fall back onto the table, and just sort of sit there for a second, and then start making my way back to the crack in the wall without saying anything.
You start crawling back. You do notice that there's no arcane wards on the inside of the door, but you can crawl back through the tunnel as well.
Yeah. And even once if I get out there and Squiddle and Mugen are there, I just keep going.
You see Pest just crawl past both you, Mugen, and also Squiddle.
What did you see?
Glassy-eyed.
Just without turning around, without stopping, I just it's sorry, I can't.
Okay. Bad. Should we go in instead of you? We can't get in though. From outside the door, I'm gonna bark. Go, 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 go. Open the door. Go.
Gale is still like staring at what they just saw, and there was only the one worm that was coming in with us, right?
All the other shadows crawled through and entered each one of the vials and then dissipated.
So there's no more coming through still.
No.
Gale is going to like scurry out from, I don't imagine he was doing much to keep this open. I think he was kind of getting a little squished. So he's going to scurry out and is going to search the room that he's in and see if there's anything. He's looking for like papers, any kind of notes.
There are a lot of papers. There are a lot of notes, experiments that can be used on pests, ways to gain life force from them, to use the burst of energy that you can get out of one, ripping the arcane energy and separating things, either separating a soul from a body, or you see that, you see, and they're kind of haphazardly written notes. One of the notes is how to separate a familiar from their master. But all of it's about severance. That this burst, this peak of energy that you can get by extracting a pest, these wormy-like creatures, if enough of them are assembled and done, they can either create a divergence in a plane, in a soul, between a familiar and their master, or even between planes. Pests can be extracted for life force, but if compounded, can create some kind of severance of it, all different kinds.
I know you said there's a lot of stuff around this room that's like mortar and pestle and sciencey, experimenty kind of things. Is there anywhere where Gale can find something used to start a flame?
Oh yeah, there are Bunsen burners in here.
Okay. I'd like to turn one on.
Okay. You turn one
And
on and you smell a little bit of the gas that's contained, this kind of magical arcane gas that's purplish and swirling, and the fire begins. It just a little bit of flame on the top of this bulb.
Gale's going to drag one by one those note pages over and try to light them on fire.
You start burning them. You start burning the knowledge. And this is not just powerful knowledge. This is the sort of thing so many would be desperate to know, that this had been figured out. This
Gale
is
is
genius level magical formulas. Beyond wish.
as the first pages kind of start to burn, he's gonna kind of like grab some of the little like flaky, ashy bits in his paws, and you kind of just see him crumple them up and kind of stomp in a little bit with it and throwing it to the side as he burns them.
All right. Yeah, you smell the smoke, Mugen.
Gil, are you okay? Are you gonna come out or open the door? Are you on fire?
Can I hear that?
Yes.
I'm okay, Moogie. Check on Pest. I'll be out in a minute.
Okay. And I sort of extend a paw to Pest. You okay?
Oh, I think Pest is long gone.
Oh, okay.
As you are burning these formulas, Gale, all over the vials glow white. and you see the worms again. One's shadows are now glowing, and they kind of rise up like fireflies all towards the sky and then dissipate into the ceiling. And you feel a sense of relief. Maybe not vengeance, but they will not be used anymore. Squiddle, Mugen, what are you doing?
Hey, Pest. Uh, Squiddle Squiddle has 1 hit point, but they are really going to try their best to levitate very slowly and probably sideways through the air to make their way towards Pest. It's
Mugen.
like a deflating
Oh
balloon.
no.
Oh God, it's so upsetting. Like you're sideways, a burnt. Like you got 1 hit point, right?
Yeah, it's like a giant octopus kite on a not very windy day.
So
Uh,
that's just hovering towards wherever Pest went.
So spooky. I follow. I think I follow Squiddle since Gail told me to watch over a Squiddle, so I follow.
I think I probably made it maybe halfway down the staircase before I just stopped. And so you see sort of curled up almost like a little roly-poly just in the middle of a stair about halfway down, sort of shaking and bouncing occasionally. Pest.
And that's when you see a shadow. You see like a glint, and there's a mirror nearby. The shadow moves against the mirror. And you see your professor. Eyes jet black. Pest! Do you see what they will do? The wizards, the warlocks. They have to be stopped. They don't see you as being human. They all need to be replaced. Look at what they've done.
So it wasn't you.
Oh, I would never do that.
Oh, Professor. I was so sure it was you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't trust you, but there's just been so much the last few days, and did Squiddle kill you? Sorry, Whittle.
Oh. Well, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about making you Lord of Barovia.
What?
Yes, Pest. Look at what happens when people are negligent. Look at what happens when the wizards or warlocks are allowed to do whatever they want. You know what needs to be done. You are a colonel. You need to take the reins.
Yeah.
And don't let them stop you.
No, perhaps you're right. Yes, perhaps you're right. Obviously, everyone has a past, and everyone has more to them than I realized, and it's all just becoming so very clear to me now. And I mean, you were ever the wise one, so of course. Yes, of course, that makes perfect sense, Professor. Yes, but how? How?
She's in a coffin, isn't she?
Well, yes. I don't.
Make sure she never leaves.
But I mean, I know that there's more to her than I realized until just recently, but surely there's another way. I mean, we've been friends for 100 years, and she's all I've had since you...
But these things died.
Yes, they did. Every last one of them. I've never... Do you know, all this time, I've never seen... I've never seen us like that.
That's what they use you for.
But not like that, not... They don't use us up. But they do.
Don't they, though? What's worse, being completely used up or drained over and over and over again?
No, you're right. You're right. It's been the way it is for so long. And maybe that's time to change.
I think you know what to do, Pest.
I need time. Professor. How are you here?
There is no time. Go down to the coffin and kill her. No. And dissipates. And you guys get down to the stairwell.
Hey, Pest, were you talking to someone?
No, did you, sorry, did you get in the room?
No, we were waiting for you, and then you came out, and then Gale, I think, is setting things on fire in there.
It's bad, and, I appreciate you coming after me, but I think perhaps I need a bit, if that's all right. I don't think, if you can get Gale to open the door, I don't think there's, I think he'll be all right. But I just need a few minutes, if that's all right. Thank you for checking on me, though.
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to say thank you for getting in there. I'm sorry for what you saw. I don't know what you saw, and I hope that Gail's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Mugen now. We can catch up later.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Pest stays quiet until he's alone again. So I don't know. I don't want to assume you two leave, but when you do, I think I just stare after you, Squiddle, and just sort of say, I'm not okay. And maybe it's time to change that. And very slowly I start down the stairs.
Whatever you need. And Squiddle makes their way back to Mugen.
Okay, well, we'll see you soon, Pest. And I take Squiddle back up to the door.
I think this is a good opportunity for a long rest.
Yes, please.
I think... Do I have a sense that Squiddle is aware of Whittle's body? Like, of its spatial whatever?
You don't know.
Okay.
This is all very recent.
Yeah.
Is Squiddle aware of where Whittle's body is? That's a good question.
No, you know where the coffin is. And
I
you
know where
drugged
I-
the coffin back to its rightful place.
Yeah.
Squiddle knows where they left it.
Yeah.
I think I would like to long rest. Actually, to be honest, ideally in the coffin. But if that's not possible, because it is in fact a coffin with a lid and I am but a worm, then on top of the coffin. But I would like my rest tonight to be with Whittle.
Okay. Yeah, you sleep on top of the coffin. You don't get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
I mean,
for
would
now.
Whittle have a hole in the coffin for Pest to
Yeah.
like crawl into?
That's cute.
Yeah, absolutely. Whittle also had like a little window so you can see the face of the body that's inside the coffin.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you get there
Oh, it is. Oh, no.
and she's not inside.
No.
Whittle is not inside. Laura the Brovit is not in their coffin.
Shit.
And there are footprints on the ceiling.
Humanoid?
Gnomish.
Gnomish. That is a horrific answer, Todd.
Well, Will is a dampier gnome.
I actually think Pest is concerned, but also in this moment relieved, because it does give him an excuse to not make a decision. So I actually will stay in the empty coffin.
Okay.
And not go looking, because if I find her not asleep in the coffin, I have to make a choice, and I don't want to do that.
Perfect. All right. Everyone, where does everyone take their long rest? After Gale, you are done burning all of the different scrolls and notes, Mugen, after, well, suddenly still feeling unwell and still, sometimes you feel like something's right in your peripheral, like you see a tall, thin, pale man, and then you turn your heads and they vanish.
I feel like I've had a hard day, and everyone seems like they don't want to have Mugen around because they're dealing with personal stuff, and that's okay. But I'm
Aw.
feeling lonely, so I go down to take a nap in the clone room because there's lots of friends in there.
And
Take a nap in the clone room.
Squiddle is gonna join Mugen. Hey,
Hmm.
hey Mugen, you
Hmm.
mind if I join you?
Oh, okay. I was just gonna play with used putting the paws up on the glass like I did on episode 1.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. The ones that are a little bit more developed, they put their hands up to you against the glass.
Oh, can they come out and play?
No, they can't.
Oh,
Not yet.
Not this episode.
oh. What happens if I open one and they come out?
I think the rest are gonna want to come out.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It's good. It's
Sorry about that, everybody. Small tech snafu.
Yes, everyone's taking their long rest. Mugen's by yourself, but Gnome the Squiddling, Gnome the Squiddling, sorry.
I like it.
Squiddle joins you
Hmm,
in the chamber. Gale, where do you go?
Like little cat.
Gale goes into his little nest, but is basically like keeping an eye out because he knows that Pest comes out to the courtyard and Mugen also comes out to the courtyard. So he's just kind of sitting there, like resting his little chin on his paws, looking and waiting for the two of them to come back. And kind of like, I think he falls asleep, still turning his head between where he thinks Pest might be and where he thinks Mugen might be, and then conks out.
Oh.
And that's when you hear a sound while you're sleeping. Mugen, Mugen, Gale,
Hi.
it's Mugen.
Hi.
Oh no,
Oh.
no, Mugen, you don't hear anything.
Oh.
Gale,
What?
wake up, Gale.
What?
Gale, we've got to do something, Gale.
What we gotta do, Moogie?
You gotta. I'm not quite sure. You gotta take a stick and you gotta put it in the heart of Whittle, and then she'll be free. Yeah, she's trapped right now, and she's trapped forever. I read a thing, uh, in a book, and it said you got a stick, put a stick in the heart, like the ones I like to chase, and then Whittle will be better, and then you'll be in charge. Yeah, I think you'd be really good at being in charge.
Gale's gonna stick his nose out as his eyes are. He's doing that sleepy, like, what's happening kind of thing. And he's gonna sniff and smell. Something's weird about this. So Gale's gonna smell, look for Mugen's scent.
Oh, this is not Mugen.
I don't even have to roll for it.
No.
Okay.
What's
Gale's
wrong,
gonna
Gale?
Gale's gonna reach his paw out, and his eyes are still kind of closed. He's gonna go,
Where are you, Moogie?
I'm right here. And you feel your hand touch something.
what does it feel like?
Fur.
Fur, but not Mugen's fur?
No. Not Mugen's fur.
Okay. Gale, in his little sleepy state, he has his one little paw doing this. And he's going to reach with his other paw and try and do it with his rapier, with his little eyes still closed.
You reach out with your rapier and your eye. Oh, your eyes are still closed?
Yeah.
You stab into something. But it feels hollow. What? Why would you stab me? Look at what you did.
He's going to open his eyes to see.
And you see the skeletal, still fur attached form of yourself. No, that was a bad idea. You shouldn't have stabbed me. And now I'm going to come for you. Yeah? Yes, I am.
no.
And all the bones fall to the ground. And that finishes your long rest, everyone. You wake up in the morning that way,
Refreshed.
refreshed, anxiety free.
Bright as a daisy.
Oh,
What do these bones look like that fell? Like, did they stay behind, or did
Yeah,
they?
when you
like,
wake up, you look, they're not even from the same rat. They were assembled to look like you. So maybe rats that died in the castle, they just kind of formed up to create this thing, this manifestation to scare you.
Gale is going to run out of his little nest and start digging in a different part of the planter, one of the little garden planters nearby, so he can bury the bones.
Okay. A little shard of sunlight shines down on you as you're doing so onto the planter, and you feel warm for a moment.
Gale's gonna kind of stop and turn his little head up to kind of feel the sun on his whiskers, and to kind of just, and he's gonna finish his little makeshift burial, and then he's gonna run in to look for everyone, since I'm guessing, is the courtyard still empty?
Yeah, where is everyone?
I think when I woke up in the clone room, I would have gotten up and tried to touch all the clones and say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and then go back upstairs.
I love it. Oh god, there's hundreds of clones.
Yeah, 3
Like,
days
good morning,
later.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
It takes a
good
long
morning.
time. So I'm doing that for like maybe an hour, and then I
Like going into the subway in New York and saying hello to everybody you see. So,
When Mugen wakes up, Squiddle wakes up too because Squiddle was kind of curled up next to Mugen. Squiddle doesn't really require body heat, but it's kind of comforting, and Mugen has really soft fur, and Squiddle had a really restful sleep and feels great.
yeah,
But-
don't forget your hit dice as well, everybody, if you need to heal. Whatever your level is, just roll that, and that's how much you've healed.
When Mugen is saying good morning to all the clones, do any of them seem more developed today?
Yeah, they're all in various stages of development. Sure, yeah. Sometimes I mean, it's kind of like watching paint dry, but it's like hard to tell. I'm like, I don't know if I see anything like that, but then suddenly there's a flower there or whatever.
Do any of them look developed enough to be released?
I mean, some of them look like at 80%. Like me some days.
That's good enough.
Hold
I'll
on.
just give them a little bit of coffee.
That tickled me. I don't know why that got me.
I'm gonna go to one that looks like it's 80% developed and open the lid.
Oh my god, you open the lid?
I just want to see what would happen.
It just kind of twitches and moves a little bit.
Good morning.
It occurs
Whittle?
that maybe we should have asked what 80% was done.
What's your armor class?
No. 11.
The clone vampiric version of Will reaches its hands out of the goo and grabs your tentacles. You're coming down with us now. And just plunges you down into the cloning vat. And just bubbles start gurgling up. And all the
Wait.
clones start battering the glass.
Wait, no. My
All
previous
of
form
them.
made you.
Oh no.
Can you breathe liquid?
Can gnome squidlings breathe underwater?
I
You
feel
would
like
think
you
that
can
would be
breathe
a
the liquid,
racial
yeah, but
trait,
it's,
right?
it's dragging you down into the vat, and you see this, Mugen, right now.
Well, okay, two points of order. One, isn't the liquid sort of like
Oh,
the Evangelion juice? Because it's LD, like if you can breathe it, 'cause it's science juice. And
Yeah.
then two, so I feel like she's either way. And then two, as soon as she started getting sucked in, I would have jumped up and tried to like grab.
Okay, go ahead and make a give me an athletics check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10.
Yikes! You miss. She just
Yikes, you
sucked
missed
right
needs
in.
to be on a
I
t-shirt.
just slip right off.
Yeah, he just whoop, right down. Where is Pest and Gale? I mean-
Someone help me.
So Gale, you're upstairs. Where are you, Pest?
Well, so Pest wakes up in the morning, and was there a like a trinket or some sort of item or object that was on Whittle's body in the coffin that, like, I don't know, that she always had with her, or that is just something that I would have, noticed, recognized, be familiar with?
What are kind of things that the Lord of Barovia over hundreds of years keeps in their pocket?
Yeah,
I'm asking Meagan.
Oh.
I think blood snacks.
That's awful, and I love it. What a fantastic answer, because it's just creepy and unspecific enough that I don't know what you're imagining, but it's awful in my head.
Something Scottish.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say gushers, but okay.
I like gushers.
Oh no! What?
Oh, yeah, mine was sort of somewhere in between. I imagined like little crystalline like blood drops. Yeah. Like rock candy but blood.
Wow.
Okay, well that's gonna present an interesting result to what I'm about to do, which is to cast locate object to try and find Whittle by tracking her blood snacks.
Tell me about locate object.
I would love to. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. Blood snack. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the general direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, blah, blah, blah. Can't locate an object if any thickness of lead blocks a direct path between me and the object.
Oh. All right. What Meagan, while I'm thinking about this, Kale, what you got going on?
Gale had scurried back inside to find either Pest, Mugen, or Squiddle.
Okay. Squiddle is currently in a vat. Mugen, you are watching Squiddle in the vat and gurgling.
I'm gonna try to grab the vat and tip it over to spill out.
You can definitely do a strength athletics check to like just rush it and try to knock it over.
Yeah. 15.
You knock over the vat because Whittle is a gnome dampier, so the vats aren't necessarily huge, and the vat crashes over. I need you though to roll me a 1d6, and you're going to tell me if it's odd or even. And if it's odd, it's going to be a domino effect, and if it's even, it's just going to crash forward and not cause any other clone chambers to open.
It's a 3.
God.
You
Oh my
knock out,
God.
and Squiddle pours out of it while this malformed clone of Whittle is holding Squiddle in its arms, and Squiddle's just like, and all this viscous goo just pours onto the ground, and then it hits another vat, and another vat, and another vat, and just one after another, and then they round the corner, breaking and crashing into each other and more, and just shattering, and all of you all over Castle Ravenloft, bats fly up into the air.
Oh, I hope you didn't need those. Sorry,
And
sorry,
it's
sorry.
Far away as Barovia itself, the village, you can hear the sound of shattering glass.
That thing where like when things are falling, you're trying to like grab like water and it's not. I'm just doing that like, oh no, not you two. No, I got you, no, stop falling.
Squiddle, you're free.
Yeah,
You're
it
welcome.
doesn't sound like for very long I will be.
What are you doing, Squiddle?
Okay, well, this is a unexpected turn of events. I see that some of you are less developed than others. That's okay. I just want you all to know that I made you, not me in this physical form, but you in your physical form. And you shouldn't attack me or any of my friends here. We're here to help.
Can I assist with this a check of intimidation or whatever this is gonna be for them?
So you're trying to persuade the clones?
How much pool do I have here? I mean,
How much pull do you have with clones of yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check and an advantage because of Mugen. Mugen, how are you trying to help?
Every time Squiddle says at the end of at the end of a consonant, I hear a consonant, I go, bark. Yes, bark. Yes, look.
Okay.
So, bark. I'm just barking.
Hype dog.
Hype dog. Yes.
I like hype dog. So 13.
Well, I help. So maybe advantage or plus something.
Yeah, it's advantage. Did you roll
Yeah,
twice?
it's with, yep, that's
Oh.
Oh,
with.
no, it's with.
Yeah, they start
Oh.
rising up. Well, those that can stand. Some will have to crawl.
Why did I do it?
And they start moving
Just at the
towards
beginning of
you
the
and
episode, I
Mugen.
was like, no, you don't want to open that. I'm like, wait, what happens if we do?
And
Well,
you
Squiddle,
sense Pest below. How many feet can you sense?
Up to 1,000.
1,000 feet below Castle Ravenloft.
Oh my no. Okay. Well,
You sense Whittle.
is just for scale, is that below the clone chamber?
Oh yeah.
Oh gods. Okay, do I know that there is a way to get down below there? Like, is that a part of the castle that like I would be aware of, or is it
When
just
we went
There shouldn't be anything down
there? Should
there.
Okay, that was my question.
but we went to tech that time. I don't know if that counts as going down.
Yeah. Okay. Pest, if you could hear in Barovia, Pest for sure has been hearing all of this, and like waited longer than really I should have by any other standard. But once I have the spell and I know where it is, all right. Well, we put off this for a bit longer, and I will head down towards the noise.
You head down to the noise and you see Mugen, who has knocked over every clone cylinder in this entire facility, and all the Whittle clones are now free. One of them is still trying to grapple Squiddle. That is like kind of squirmed out of its goo, and the whole place has an inch of cloning vat liquid.
Oh, that's my height. So
Yeah, so
I'm
you have to like
swimming.
swim through all of this viscous mass.
Oh.
I'm gonna can I is Pest within reach of me?
Sure.
I will be. Yeah, just
Once Pest swims,
No.
wait, Pest, swim over here. I'm gonna grab Pest with one of my tentacles and levitate.
great.
Try to anyways.
You start hovering over the viscousness. Gail, what are you doing?
Gale, I think, has just finally found everyone.
Yeah.
I think he was probably tracking Pest's smell, because he would have wanted to talk to Pest first. And just, oh god, how many times in the show does Gale just walk into a room and try not to pee himself? Like, seeing just the amount of destruction. Is there, because he can scurry and he can climb up things with grooves and stuff, is there
Yeah.
a way that he can make his way to them without getting into the goo?
I think Squiddle, once
Yeah.
Gale entered the room, would have tried to also grab Gale. I would have also tried to grab Mugen, but I think Mugen's too big.
Yeah,
fine.
while you were in there, you felt an electrical current, Pest, ebbing increasingly more and more in the liquid. Having to do a lot with the fact that each of those cloning chambers is connected with copper wires.
So we have everyone but Mugen at this point. Is that correct?
Yeah, Mugen,
Okay.
you're still running around in the goo.
Loving it, I'm sure.
I'm like licking the clones. I'm like, oh hi, hello, hi.
Oh no.
Do you remember me?
Mugen,
Mugen, I need you to give me a
Oh.
Constitution saving
Get out
throw.
of the
As
I'm
a
just
bolt
being-
of electricity moves through the goo.
I'm just being true to my character, and
Yes,
I
and
it's
stick to my
you are.
decisions.
and it's fantastic.
Oh, boy, what was that Constitution? 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Double digits.
A massive spark explodes. the generator that was fueling the energy to all of the clone chambers just bursts into sparks, and they kind of like shower. It almost looks beautiful for a moment as it kind of happens in slow motion. And you see a perfect reflection of it in the viscous liquid, and it arcs. This green electricity slams down into the ooze, and all the little clones as well twitch for a moment. No one ever leaves, they all say in unison, as you hear 100 little voices. No one ever leaves.
That's not what they're supposed to sound like.
And you take 38 points of lightning damage, Meagan.
Oh no.
Down.
And that's a good place for us to end our adventure.
I'm so
Thank
sorry,
you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been a Familiar Quest, a lovable, adorable, fun show about familiars and the hijinks and antics that they get up around Castle Ravenloft. Thank you so much to our amazing cast. What does everyone have going on despite shock, terror, and probably a little bit of rage?
Guilt.
Guilt. Meagan. Michelle, what do you got going on?
Nothing. I'm dead. Doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. I'm on the internet. You can find me. You can find me at I am Chubby Bunny. It's Instagram or what's it called, Twitter, all that stuff. And I don't know when this is coming out, so I can't say like anything I'm in. I'm doing like a bunch of stuff right now. I'm filming a lot of stuff right now that's probably gonna be out in like 2 months or so. So look for it in like April-ish. March. No, we're in March. April. May is the month that is after that. That's it. That's my outro. I'm just so upset right now.
Perfect. M.
Yeah, no, I'm on the same page as Michelle right about now. I don't know what I'm doing and what I can tell you I'm doing, but I'm doing stuff and it's pretty cool. So just come say hi on the internet sometimes. You can find me on all social media platforms: Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything at Negaoryx. That's Negaoryx. And thank you so much for having me today. This was stressful.
Meagan.
Hi, everyone. I'm on Twitter, where I will be talking about how I'm a bad teammate and curiosity is going to kill my friends. I'm here every Monday at 5 p.m. And I also have a couple of podcasts coming up. One of them being Roll for Persuasion. I don't know if that's already out by the time this episode airs. And then another one on the Cocked Die. And that's it for me.
And Eugenio.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. I am also on the internets. You can follow me on Twitter at DMJazzyHands. Let's see. This is coming out sometime in April, so I haven't been streaming for a while, other than to be here pre-recorded on Mondays with these great folks. I am still hanging out with the Rivals of Waterdeep. In fact, I think the Sunday after this airs is our Season 12 finale, so definitely come check us out on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, I'm doing a musical, so I'm not around the internet as much as I usually am, but I'm very happy to be here with these folks every week, and on Sundays with the Rivals.
All right, and I'm Todd Kenreck, your Dungeon Master, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.